Alright, good day everyone, it's Gareth again from Whatchamacoota Gaming, continuing our Captains of Industries playthrough. As you can see, we have quite a few complaints here. Farm is we're already aware of. Mining, though, I was not aware of. Let's see. Okay, so we've dug our first depth into the coal. That's to be understood. Where does this coal seam go? Oh, it goes quite far. Let's just strip everything. Oops. Okay, it goes quite far into the ground. We can expand it a little bit. So let's do that. Okay. Also, as you can see, I seem to have gotten the mouse problem fixed. I'm not 100% sure what went wrong with this glitch, because as far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with the mouse itself. It seems to have just been some kind of software problem. I'm not sure if my computer was running something in the background, but even after I exited the game, I was still running into big problems with it. Alright. How do we want to do this? I think the first thing we want to do here is, should be under buildings for vehicles? Yes. Is we're just going to wall off this section, because I suspect this wall's going to start collapsing the moment we start digging into it, and we've got a road here. I don't actually know if this is going to help at all, because I have tried building these walls in the past, and 90% of the time they don't seem to do anything. Sorry, I used cut instead of paste there. There we go. It's a little bit difficult to tell where I'm going here. Okay, let's turn this off. Let's go here, 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 here. And we turn off the layers. Copy this whole structure. Retaining wall corner. I'm also not 100% sure if I'm even building these retaining walls correctly. Ah, that's the wrong type of corner. We want this type of corner. To tell you with 100% honesty, I don't know if I'm building the angle of the wall correctly. I don't know if I'm building the, because my understanding is one side, if you look here, you can see it's a sort of triangular shape. And I have no idea if I'm building this wall correctly. Is it flat outwards, inwards? You can't actually, I can't see to tell you with 100% certainty. So I don't know if I'm even building this retaining wall correctly. Also, I've done a major screw up here. I want corner. Oops, no. Bugger. Oops, too deep. That should be fine. And then we want, that's a T-piece we want. Yeah, I honestly cannot tell if I'm even building this correctly. I really can't. I don't know if I've built this wall correctly at all. Okay, there's that done. As you can see, we also have a processing problem, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, now, let's get this mining area working. I don't want to, no, actually, before we do that, let's build this retaining wall a bit more outwards. Because we're probably going to end up chewing into quite a lot of rock here. Let's just copy. No, that doesn't help me. Yeah, as you can see, I can't see what the heck I'm doing. I'm not sure if I'm even building this correctly. Okay, we'll delete this partition of the wall. Now, the only reason we didn't run out of coal is because I'm cheating here, but it's my fault. I turned off the notification, so there was that. Okay, come on. Clear up quick. Okay, that looks like it's kind of worked. It's still going to end up crumbling here, but it's better than nothing. So. Alright. Give me a flat section. I want to go all the way to here. Have I overdone it here? Yes, I have. I don't want that section. Thank you. Okay, looks like it is actually bumping into the retaining wall, which is awesome. And because of that, I can't dig any further, which is fine. I'm going to just leave this section of the wall upright because I don't want to dig into the sand just yet. But that should do it. That should give me a mixture of sand and concrete, basically. Right now we're just pulling out sand. Small amounts of, coal. So maybe at a later date they'll upgrade this even further and you'd actually have to further process the material once you mine it out. Okay, we know we're having a harvesting problem. Okay, the other thing I've gone and done is I've just cheated this to fill it up. Because I just want to get the research done, because that's also where we're running into a major processing problem. But it's fine. I don't really care at the moment. We're pretty much at the end of this game, as I've said previously. The only thing I really do want to do is upgrade our solar panels. Are we actually making any? I think we are. First, I want to recycle our existing solar panels. I don't think we're going to run into a power problem, but you never know. Or do I want to do this in sections? Alright, let's do this in sections. Okay, because each one of these panels should be 4. Ooh! That was a total frickin' failure. My bad. I didn't even realize I grabbed the pipe. What's in this pipe anyway? Ammonia. Right. For our sugar and medical production. Okay, let's just turn off this harvest now, it's not a big problem. Okay, we've dismantled part of our solar power generation. Now this should produce, how much does this produce? 38 kilowatts, and this 25% more. I don't know what they mean by that. We'll have to see once the panel is built. It also tells it if it looks a major difference. There we go, we can build these solar panels. Basically I'm just going to continuously upgrade all the solar panels until that's done. We're still having deadly flu, despite plenty of medical supplies. So yeah, there's that. Mortality reduction 1%, mortality reduction 60%. Okay. Not good, but okay. Research should now be going quite fast, and we're at rocket assembly. But before launching a rocket, I definitely want to build a thing. Okay, that's actually our last thing to research. Oh, we got to build Consumer Electronics. Yeah, I would freak if nobody added to computers, because then I don't know what I'd do with myself anymore. I know most people go out and have fun, but even me, I just really love computers. Oh, we don't even have enough solar panels. Oh yeah, I'm seriously in the... Well, once the research is finished, it's not going to matter as much. Right, doesn't matter. Just waiting for the research. Okay, let's get these consumer electronics working. Okay, that's where they're used. Okay, robot assembly level 2, electronics level 3, plastic and steel. Once again, most of these resources are right here. In fact, our electronics level 2 is right here, though our total production of this material is not very good. But that's because I've mainly been using it to make servers. And because we're having processing problems at the moment. Output pipe is there. We have steel here. And plastics are here as well, are they not? Right there. Most likely leave a gap for the vehicles and we end up building it here. It's not going to be very big or very advanced, unfortunately. At the moment, while I am making plenty of microchips, I can't upgrade these buildings because I just don't have enough processing power. Robot assembly level 2s. Okay, let's just pause this quick. How do I want to do this? Because I'm going to strip the resources, going to come around this way, but we got to keep the access points to these. So I'm going to have to build this quite far down, roughly here. I'm not even... Am I making household appliances? Yes, I am. I am making household appliances. I don't remember where. Sorry, oh, right there. And not very many. Yeah, that makes sense. Primarily because we're running into production problems. Everything is going everywhere. Out of curiosity, sorry, this is just me. Okay, so that's a specific building. I wouldn't even know where I'm going to put this building, I might add. It's not like I left any room to install another household production building, unless I modify this bridge. I don't know. Let's make it and then worry about the rest of the universe. Okay, we need plastics. Plastics over here. But we don't want to block this roadway, so we're going to have to come through this way. So I think the first thing we're going to bring is our electronics level 2 here. Yeah, I've got a real rat's nest of a setup here. I don't have the processing capability. I must admit, they may want to just slightly lower the total amount of resources needed for processing this is. Oh. Iron. Okay, we don't want that, we want steel. Fortunately, we are starting to siphon off enormous amounts from our one belt. I mean, we're feeding steel here. No, is it going? There. It's going here. It's going there. The only reason we haven't run into a shortage is this all steel. Yeah, this is all steel. It's because the production is so slow at the moment. We're not using up enough to actually slow down production in any meaningful way. I'm skipping the jump. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make sure I upgrade the solar panels because, well, that's just me. I like upgrading and I like renewable technology, renewable energy, and, well, who doesn't like a system that provides unlimited energy for 5 years? Because that's basically what you're getting. Unlimited power as long as the sun is up. And I know they did, if memory serves. Ooh, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. Okay, so how do we want to go through this rat's nest? We'll just go through there. If memory serves, they did do some experimentation with a solar panel that could harvest energy from lunar light, lunar reflection, but it was stupidly expensive to make and not very efficient at the time, making it not a very practical option. It was just more of a can we do this rather than should we do this option. which makes some sense to me. Come on, what height are you at? Okay, I'm getting confused here. Yeah, we want to follow up along this pipeline as well. Anyway, yeah, I do know there have been complaints about solar panels primarily because the cost of manufacture produces a large amount of pollution. Because to get the minerals you need, to refine the minerals you need, to process the minerals you need into a product, apparently it's rather, well, pollutive. But unfortunately that's the case with our existing technology, so it doesn't make that big of a difference in the long run. And the whole point of solar panel technology and wind turbines and wave generation tech is that hopefully, like the internal combustion engine, because I mean, people think we're going to have we've invented this technology, it works, it's not going to give us any problems, and then you see all these videos of wind turbines blowing up, and, well, solar panels not producing enough power, and the fear that underwater turbines drawing energy are going to kill wildlife. Yes, I get that. We're going to have trouble with this technology. What people must remember is we have been using the internal combustion engine for more than 100 years. It's actually getting closer now on 200 years, just about. Or 160 years we've been using the internal combustion engine. So we have been perfecting this technology for 160 years. The steam power plant, which we still use in all steam power, in all our power plants, the steam generator, sorry, in all our power plants, that's easily over 200 years. That's 18th century, so 1800s technology, and we're still using it today. So we've been refining that tech for almost 300 years. 300 years, people have been working to make sure this thing works properly. Solving problems, incorporating new advancements into the material. So everyone must just calm down a little bit. We've had solar panels for what? Since the space program, so about 60 years. That's only half of how long we've had internal combustion engines. And it's only now becoming practical. Wave generation, water turbines from wave power, even less. Something is not connected here. Oh no, it is. No? Yeah, something is not connected here. Oh, it's empty. That would answer that question. Oops. Okay, I'm just going to leave that cheated because I'm getting a bit frustrated with our vehicles, but it's understandable. Yeah, our thing here is now off the charts, so it's fine. But yeah, like I said, we have had steam power internal combustion engines for a very, very long time. It will take time before we perfect our existing technology. I understand people are all of a sudden complaining about environmental problems, environmental manufacturing, fire problems, and faults with the systems, but we must just have a little patience. I know with the advent of the computer age and the advent of the internet specifically, the concept of now, we must have it right now, this second, is very prevalent in our current society. Especially when you take multimedia entertainment for a thing. All you have to do is what? 5 minutes on your cell phone? If that. A minute on your cell phone, you can watch a new movie. You can check the latest news. You can see what people are talking about. So it's a very much now, be here in a second culture. But if you actually take a look at how long we've been working on some of these technologies, it's not unsurprising that solar panels aren't all they're been hyped up to be. It's not surprising that water power generation systems don't work properly, and it's especially not surprising that wind turbines explode. I mean, we've barely had the technology for 60 years. That's nothing. Nothing compared to the amount of time we've had other technologies. And there are other techs that we are using. Okay, 48, sorry, and 38. Okay, so it is about 10%, 10 points more power. Great. Anyway, as I said, it will take time, but we will perfect it. And solar panels especially are critical to long-term survival because I don't see us finding coal deposits on the moon. Mars? Maybe if it had enough time. But given how quickly I think that planet transformed, I'm not sure. We may find coal deposits if there was enough plant life, but we're not going to find fossil fuel deposits on Mars. As in diesel. Technically coal is also a fossil fuel, but I somehow very much doubt we're going to find any of that in the long run. Okay, these systems aren't going to work yet because, well, not enough processing capability. Right now, all our processing power is devoted here, which is fine. I'd rather we just finish this research and be done with it. Though I don't think it's working. How efficiently does it say? Oh, 6.4% every 60 seconds. So even at 3 times the speed, it's still going to take 20 seconds to complete one research. But it's working. I'll keep adding servers to our system as we go along. We're not running into a coolant problem because, as you can see, the cooling system is not really making much of a difference here. And breaking steam into water. We actually have an unlimited supply of water, we're just not using it. And am I recycling this system? It does look like it, but I don't think I'm dumping back into the system. I think the steam water is coming here, and then the fresh water is being recycled. I don't think we are dumping at all back into the system. No, we're not. We're recycling the water partially, but we're not actually dumping it back into the system at all. I actually want to take a look at this. And it goes into saw blades. I must admit, I would actually love to get a look at one of these silicon wafer manufacturing facilities up close. Because, I mean, these silicon wafers, they cut them so thin. When they take the silicon tube, or what would be the best way to call it? Yeah, it's a tube, but it's not a tube because it's not hollow. The silicon core, because it's like a core sample. And then they cut this stuff millimeters thick when they chop it. It's totally incredible. Yeah, unfortunately right now we're just digging up dirt. But we have to fill in this overly large lake I made by accident. Oh well, we've been at this for 326 years. We still haven't gotten everything right. And considering real life, it took us close to, what, 10,000 years to even get anywhere close to where we are technologically? I can't see us having, providing we don't screw up, because the threat with Ukraine and China versus America and China versus Taiwan, and everybody else suddenly deciding to pull out whatever particular annoyance or grievance they have and blow it out of proportion. Okay, research is finished, hurrah! It may be, hopefully we won't blow ourselves to hell and God. Okay, I'm just going to pause these structures. I don't feel like dismantling them. But it'll free up workers. But yeah, that was it. Research complete. Map is definitely complete. There's no, it looks like it's definitely complete. Okay, we're making consumer electronics. Our biggest hiccup now is this facility, so let's upgrade that while we're at it. Because yeah, right now that's one of our biggest problems. Of course, it's going to really chew into our processing capability, but hopefully, okay, not enough, but that'll speed things up, because now, though we're only making 2 electronic boards, which, yes, that is a reasonable number, because computer manufacturing is one of the hardest and most complicated pieces of technology we actually have. That's also probably another reason people think that they'll invent this technology and it'll be ready in like 5 years, is because computers advance so stupidly quickly. I mean, I still remember when I used floppy disks to play Lemmings. Floppy disks. Half the people watching this series probably don't even know what that is. And yet here we are. One of the best examples of this, if you want to take a look, is that Diablo 2 Resurrection. It has a setting where it switches between modern graphics and what they call legacy graphics. I remember playing with my brother multiplayer the whole Diablo 2 series plus expansion pack. We started from scratch and played the whole way through the whole game. And then when I take a look at it, play the game on my computer, and I switch it to the legacy graphics, and I look at that pixelated image and I'm thinking, how the heck did I ever play that? And it's the same with StarCraft. You take a look at StarCraft Remastered with that graphics, and you look at it when you play with the original graphics, which is also available in the game, and you're thinking, how did I ever play with graphics that terrible? And And you realize shockingly how advanced in the last, what, 20 years? Our computer technology has come apart. Okay, I should get to rockets. Let's get to rockets. You people don't need me to point out how quickly we've advanced. The terrifying thing with all this is how quickly it can disappear. Oh, right, I'm looking in the wrong place. Buildings. Okay, we've got a rocket assembly depot. It doesn't tell me what we need. And we've got a rocket pad. Okay, where is close enough to everything, but far away enough from everything else? Probably here. Actually, as point of fact, this would be a terrible place in real life to build your rocket launch facility, because you've seen how big these rockets are. If you've ever watched a live stream, or maybe you're lucky enough to have gone in person and seen a rocket launch, building it next to a highly flammable coal dump. I mean, in Gauteng, where I used to live, there's a coal. It's not a coal dump. I think it's a coal waste pit from mining of coal, where they dump the unprocessed material. There's a whole mountain there. It's still on fire. I'm not sure if it's actually a coal mountain, or just where they dumped the waste product. I can't remember. But that entire mountain is still on fire. I mean, I remember my grandmother telling me that they used to have a zoo up there with animals, lions, tigers, and then when that whole site set alight, people came up there and tried to rescue these animals, and several people lost their lives because they fell. As the material burnt underneath them, it created cavities, and they fell into that cavity, and they were terribly burned. And now I want to build a highly flammable rocket launch site where one mistake and I set this whole place on fire. Okay, let's be a little practical and let's go over to our industrial site. Okay, and over here we've got a nuclear power plant. That sounds like a great place to build a highly explosive rocket launch site where one mistake and I drop tons of super flammable material on a nuclear reactor. Yeah, I think my planning needs some to desire. Okay, stuff it, we'll just build it here. Worst that can happen is we set all our farms on fire and everybody starves to death. Okay, I am so not practical. Okay, also now I just realized this facility is huge. So, like, here really is the only spot I can actually build it. It's got a resource in, but it's not. Okay, so it's gonna act like a truck depot. We're gonna build the rockets, and it's going to want stuff. Okay, circuit board, steel, and gold. Okay, that's not difficult to do. And then launch pad, we just need the fire suppression system, and I'm assuming fuel. Okay, rocket fuel. It doesn't actually say what rocket fuel is. So we'll have to just play this one by ear and see how it goes. This is for the sound suppression system. Once again, water is easy, I'm just going to cheat it in. Now then, gold. We've got cheat gold stockpiled here, because the warehouse is full. They delivered it. So gold is not a problem. Our trucks can steal it from here if they want to. And we're processing gold all the way over here, right? Yeah, this is our gold manufacturing, and it's full. So we'll just have the trucks deliver that. That's not going to be a problem. Steel might be a problem. Simply because I've blocked it all off, and the trucks can't get to it. Can they get to it here? Okay, they can steal it from one of the earlier sites-ish. What amazes me is this. This show... Wait a second, hello. Oh, is the pipes not pumping it fast enough? It looks like it. So one pipe just isn't enough to transfer all the waste material to the recycling plant. Yeah, that was something I was a little bit worried about. But why aren't these two facilities going at it? I mean, if the pipe is full, which it is, why is it not... this is probably my fault. Yeah, these pipes can take it. I don't understand why they're not just pumping it through. Okay, well, it's basically the end of the game. Once the rocket launches, that's it. Job done. So let's not worry about it. But steel, they can steal it. Microprocessors are going to be a problem. Sorry, electronics level 3 is going to be a slight hiccup. How do I want to do this? Trucks are coming from that side. I'm not going to go with big stuff this time around because we don't need a lot. I don't know if there's a set number of rockets we're supposed to launch, but... yeah, unfortunately, this warehouse is just too big to squeeze 3. I could probably squeeze 3 in. Just hasn't told me what the heck rocket fuel is. Okay, now we need steel. We want gold and electronics. Gold under normal circumstances you would only use in the electronics. You would, okay, I guess for shielding of certain components. And I think the Mylar material they used on the lunar lander was also gold plated. So I guess that does actually make sense if you need large quantities of gold when you're building a rocket. But this said sounding rocket, right? Testing rocket, okay. Empty. Okay, well what is rocket fuel? It doesn't actually say. Okay, let's just go T. Okay, it doesn't give me... this is a testing rocket, right? That's what I produce. Testing rocket. Okay, if I can't find it there, let's go to research and see if it's got any... uses hydrogen as fuel. Okay, there we go. That's what it was supposed to tell me. Now then, where are you trying to go? Ah. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay, so we need hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Heavy oil, hydrogen. Okay, we've got a water cracking plant. We can make it out of ammonia. Electrolyzer. We're producing plenty of ammonia if we want to make a new site. Because we've got whole tanks of this stuff over here. Right here. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm even producing some on this side too. Right here. So what we can do is if we can bleed it off the nitrogen, are we using nitrogen for anything? And it produces 4 hydrogen, so that's not going to be a problem. So we could build the electrolyzer plant on this side and run the connection here. Or do we build it closer? We'll build another road. We'll copy this. We'll put it there. We will take our electro plants, which should be here. Or are they here? I don't think they would be under metallurgy. Recycling? No. Here we go, electrolyzer plant. Ah, no. Yes. Let's go with 3. Okay, but I don't want to just build it, straight connection. That's not me. Always add a stockpile point or a I'm not quite sure what. Yeah, I just call it a stockpile point, but in reality, it's not a stockpile point. It's just a point where excess material, excess supply can be dumped. Now, I just want to add a cheat ammonia system into this because I don't want to stop. I want to make rocket fuel. Store ammonia, maximum power. Ah. Yeah, so looks like this will be the last episode for this series. I'm still looking at what I want to do next. Something also to keep me occupied. I'm not quite sure yet. I was thinking maybe Executive Assault because I do have that game, and recently I saw that they've updated it well beyond anything I remember. And then I've also got a few other game series that I've haven't played forever, that may also make a good option. We'll just have to see how it plays out. Okay, we'll build a test rocket, and this will tell the entire universe, hello, we're here. And then, okay, we can blow nitrogen into the atmosphere. Well, under normal circumstances, you do have rockets that use liquid nitrogen, if memory serves. No, I think you use it to make the hydrogen. I don't honestly know. Rocket fuels are not exactly one of my specialties here. I want it there. You know, I could try zooming out, and then maybe I could actually see what the hell I'm doing. Chunks. These don't pipe connections. It's not going to make huge quantities. Because it's only 4, so 8, 8, 8. Well, 8 and 8, so 2 8s. 16. So it's not making a large amount. But that's not going to be a problem. Hydrogen. Rocket fuel. What haven't you filled up with? Okay, that's already chock-a-block. That's already chock-a-block. That's a problem. Let's build it up a bit. It's not like we don't have quite a bit, it's just my production has been very sluggish. Oh right, I almost made a oopsie here. We can turn off the Unity here, because we don't need it anymore. Copper production, 6k, 6k, 5k. Coal, wood is 20k, because we don't need it. Stone, I actually wanted to see this. Okay, so it's the same as that. But does it actually decrease as they dig it out of the ship's hold? Yes, it does. Wow. Okay, let me just check here. I think it's just whole truck could not reach destination. Where are you going? Ew. Yeah, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Alright, let's just pause. Delete the structure. Quick remove quick. Magic truck. Come on, get a look. Okay, now I'm just going to rebuild this pipe system. From here to there. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. That should be fine. And what we will do is we'll just run. Yeah, shut up. Just let me finish building the damn thing. Yay, salt is offloaded. Yeah, I kinda ruined this trip because the AI still thinks it needs to travel here, and now the trucks have to make a way tighter turn. Actually, there we go. Now the AI can actually make the turn. And we have another mining operation shut down. Oh, okay, we've partially extracted most of the gold in this area. Oh, I should have authorized rocket production. Oops. Not the most thoughtful action on my part. I'll get to it now. There you go. Get back to work of turning gold into gold dust. Which truck are you? Just recover. How many trucks are stuck here? Sorry, that was just my cell phone. Okay, we're waiting on this, but we've got the raw materials, so let's produce a couple of these things, because why not? Of reaching space using hydrogen as fuel. Yeah, why not? Let's do an Elon Musk here and just produce dozens and dozens of rockets. And we're short on those production parts. Well, that can take time. I will do that. Okay, sound suppression system, water is fine. Hydrogen tank is full. So we are good to go. Oops, I made a mistake. That was my mistake. Could I squeeze a bigger tank in here? Looks like I probably could. We don't need it, I'm just doing it. I also haven't finished my solar panels yet, so let's see how that is going. Are we actually making any? We do have some processing power, but yeah, we've got some solar production. I do want to do it, but then again, is it worth waiting for? Honestly, I don't know. Oh, is it dumping the excess solar panels? Yeah, they are dumping the excess solar panels right there. What are you short on? Silicon wafers is what you're short on, but that's not because the silicon wafers aren't producing, they're producing. It's just it takes a while for them to make any. And of course we're running into processing problems again, but we have 441 servers, so let's construct this building quick. Yeah, that's maxed out. Okay, we'll construct this building as well, that should be fine. It doesn't look like we have a worker problem at the moment. I haven't even brought the rest of my microchip production online yet, and I haven't upgraded it either. Okay, that's the maximum of that structure. We're almost there. We're not that low on processing capability, but I think what happened is it stripped some of the rocket production out of this. Okay, I just want to see, is it going to, how would it go about getting this rocket out? Or will it only take it out once the test building has been built? Okay. Wow. That's pretty cool. And that's also not a bad way of building these things. But it's just going to have to sit there for now. But it is actual controllable vehicle. Awesome. And it looks like we're using Saturn V F1 engines. 5 of them. Go fig. Well, that actually makes sense. If you're going to build a rocket, especially after the collapse of the civilized world, you're not going to build a state-of-the-art computer-controlled rocket here. You're going to backpedal a bit. You're going to go for younger, earlier generations of technologies, less developed but cheaper to produce. I'm just going to dump some servers in here just to make them useful. Because Well, it's the same principle as with the atomic bomb. When they were first developing the atomic bomb during the Manhattan Project, it took them, what, 3 years? 4 years? I don't remember when they started it. I know it took them quite a while, and they went through a ton of research because they just didn't understand it. Nowadays, if you could get yourself weapons-grade plutonium, all you need is a gun barrel and some explosives, and you've got an atomic bomb. That sounds stupidly simple to us, but for them it was a massive undertaking, because they simply didn't know it. But since we now know how it works, we understand how to build it, we don't have a problem with it. It becomes quicker, it becomes easier. That's why they said any high school kid could basically build an atomic bomb. The trick was just getting the resources. Same thing with a rocket. Easier rocket. Okay, this should be basically final completion. We've got hydrogen fuel, we've got everything else. You can just faintly hear the tracks trugging along. Okay, now we've got our rocket. And does it say we have to build a satellite or anything? No. We could just launch the rocket. Okay, let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff.
And that's complete. Awesome. And then the engine fails. The thing sideswipes into our coal production. Sets the whole bloody place, coal mine, and sets the whole blinking place on fire. Awesome. This is the first time I've ever finished this game. I started playing got bored. We did it. Awesome. I hope they add more. I really, really do. Maybe, I don't know, make us build a space station or something. I don't know, actually. The rocket kinda is a good ending, the same with the games, because once you launch into space, they don't have to add anything else. But they can make getting here more complex. Maybe we have to refine the raw ores before we can process them into metal. Maybe we can do something else. I don't know. Okay, are you guys going to keep scrolling, or is there an end to this? Okay, you can go back to finish flattening the entire island. Okay, nice. Not going to do that. I'm going to pretty much call it quits. I hope everyone has... Okay, hang on a minute. Congratulations, captains. Against all odds, you've built a thriving industrial empire, launched a rocket to space. This is the end of the content for the early access version of Captain's Industry, but there's still a lot of things to explore. You can keep playing on this map for as long as you want, or try a different map with higher difficulty settings. Okay. Thanks, but I'm good. Though we just got another rocket. Yeah, I'm going to launch another one before we call it quits. Or is that heading back in? No, it's almost finished. Oh, it can't finish because the transport vehicle's not available. Oh, I like that. Only one at a time. Not a bad option. Yeah, unfortunately, not exactly a warehouse with 6 production lines of rocket production. Oh well. But yeah, we're just going to launch one more for the hell of it, and then call it quits. What is our time anyway? Just let me check here. 50 minutes. We can wait a few more moments. But yay, we did it! Never built enough computers, though. Just not enough of a server farm. I probably need like 600 teraflops of processing capability rather than just 3, but oh well. I wonder if that's actually easiest, because, I mean, NASA has the vehicle assembly building, which is that big vertical structure for assembling those rockets, and so does Boeing. And I think Northrop Grumman also does vertical rocket assemblies. Or at least I think they used to, when they built the Atlas rockets. I can't keep track of all these facts. I know Elon Musk and Blue Origin, with SpaceX and Blue Origin, they all also go for this side assembly process. I'm wondering what is easier. I'm assuming building it on its side is actually far easier. Not to mention you don't have to worry about your building getting blown over with high winds, but yeah. Oh, the wonderful sounds of tracks. By the way, this thing is way, way faster. Oh, I'm actually running at normal speed, so yeah. This thing is running way, way faster. Mind you, if you're going to build it, you can upgrade it. Because, I mean, the rocket transport vehicle NASA is using was built for the Apollo missions. Flip, it was built for the pre-Apollo missions. So that thing is ancient. One more rocket. One more rocket for fun. Yeah, I'm just going to cancel the rest of them because we don't need them. Oh, I think I still got one in the production pipe. Yep. Sorry guys, we launched 2 rockets and that's the end of our space program. Too expensive. Uses too much solid gold. Yeah, I'm joking.
5, 4, 3.
This thing is not even going to get out of the way in time.
1. Liftoff.
It's going to get cooked. Awesome. That sounded horrible. Anyway, yeah. I hope everyone has enjoyed this series. And I thank you for sticking with me. This is Gareth from Whatchamacallit Gaming. Out.